weevils and woolly unicorns. I am a broke artist, so that means I have to work another job, which is thankfully one that I enjoy, but I prefer not to be broke, and my goal actually in these next few years is not to be broke. But just because I work another job does not mean I have to stop making artwork. So this is something I would say to the rest of you art folks as well, is just because you have a normie job doesn't mean you should ever stop drawing, which no judgment, right? I mean, like, if you're too tired or whatever, I don't want to guilt you out or whatever, but that's why I carry a little tiny book. And I started doing this in college because, well, I'll get into that later, actually, maybe a different video. But look, there are things in here. Hold on. Like, look, I was drawing some weevils and like a plant hopper, because I was thinking bugs have great spaceship shapes in them. And so you can see I was drawing these and kind of breaking them down into their basic geometry. See, and then there's a little guy. But I carry one of these with me everywhere I go. This one's a little chunky. But I didn't want to waste it. But my typical go-to is something thin that can fit inside a pocket. I have to put this one in my bag. But you can draw things like woolly unicorns, you know, in between, you know, shifts, which is, you know, what I do. You can draw, you know, you can start working on like maps and stuff for your fantasy world. You can start drawing concepts for your like dark gothic video game idea. Look, there's another one. This is like a knight, but he's also the idea is that in the game, as you like level up, you can add, he's inspired by kind of like schema monks, like Orthodox schema monks. So as you go through the game and as you like level up, you can add more schema to your robe, and that like increases your abilities and like power level and stuff like that. You can draw weird like alien landscapes with a giant creature in the background. You can draw you know, like pebbly plant things, shells. Whoa, this is my new, I think I'm gonna do this from now on, just like, yeah, just to scare people. You can what else can you do? There's so many things you can do with a little book, just to keep your little artist soul alive in the grind, you know. Even if you have a grind set, you can grind it up. You can grind it up, little darling, even harder. I mean, heck, you can draw the weird ancient skull people statues. You can draw skulls that don't make sense physically or would belong to some other sort of organism. I love skulls, honestly. I just freaking love skulls, dog. And wait, no, hold on. And then hold on. So then you can also like draw ideas for like chairs, like how to build like a Roman style chair, basically. You know, you could do that. These little books are so handy. So never let it be said that you can't create art because you're working another job. Literally, I am working another job, and any other job that I had, ironically, some of the most productive times that I've had creatively have been while I'm working another job. Like literally while I'm on the clock, which is probably, the employer probably wouldn't be super fond of that, but screw them, I'm an artist, I break the laws, right? No, I mean, you know, within measure. So I always carry a little guy with you.